Shabbat Shalom. We welcome you to Congregation Beth Israel as together we enter into the spirit of the Sabbath, enjoying beautiful music, meaningful prayers, a beautiful message, a perfect way to enter the Sabbath spirit. Life and joy and peace await us. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, and good morning to each of you. As we come and make our way into the sanctuary and find a seat, we get ready to begin a time of prayer and reflection, a time of song and a time of joy as we celebrate Shabbat on this Shabbat Bereshit, the first Shabbat in our new cycle of reading Torah. And we're always grateful for so many blessings on Shabbat which fill our lives, but this Shabbat we're especially grateful to be here celebrating with Annika, Joy, and Dana as they will soon be called to the Torah as Bat Mitzvah. And so we take hold of our prayer books in front of us, and then we can find all of our prayers in Hebrew and English translation and in transliteration to assist our participation in the service this morning. It's a pleasure especially to invite all of Annika, Joy, and Dana's friends who are here with us this morning. We invite your full participation in our service, and we ask that you and really everyone gathered here, please be sure to make sure your cell phones are turned off or silenced, and to refrain from using them for any texting or picture taking or any purpose whatsoever as we create an atmosphere here this morning of Shabbat joy. And there's no better way to enter into that feeling than in song.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We begin with the singing of Ma Tovu on page 74. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Israel. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Israel. V'ani v'rov chastecha, avoy v'itecha, eshtachavi el hikal kodshecha, b'yiratecha. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael.
We continue on page 77.
Don't let me fall as a stone falls upon the hard ground, and don't let my hands become dry as the twigs of a tree. When the wind beats down the last leaves, and when the storm raises dust from the earth with anger and howling, don't let me become the last fly, trembling, terrified, on a window pane. Don't let me fall. I have asked Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. Please be seated. Page 116. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We read together in the middle of the page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are aware, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on your doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please turn to page 121. Emet, there is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness, there is your word. Emet, that pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame. Stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice.
Adonai Meloch Leolam Vaed, Adonai Meloch Leolam Vaed, Adonai Meloch Leolam Vaed. Tzor Yisrael, Kuma v'Ezrat Yisrael, Ufedech Edomecha, Yehuda v'Yisrael. Aleinu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel, and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tzvaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel.
We continue now with our tefillah on pages 124, 126, and 128. Please rise. Adonai, sefatai tifta, ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'anara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Gila L'nei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah, Rav Le'oshia. מחלקי חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רמים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומחמיא ישועה. ונאמרת וחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. We read together in the middle of page 128. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you as a sovereign gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Page 130.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על נביאך, וקרא זה על זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני מקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Page 132.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספרו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ובשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת.
Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your ruling. The people that hallows Shabbat will delight you in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. We continue reading together on page 134. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us your Shabbat as a heritage. May Israel, who sanctifies your name, rest on Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 136. Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer and love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants, pour out your spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returned to Zion. Page 138. Modim anachnu lach, sha'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, le'olam va'ed. Sor hayenu magen yishenu, atah hu lador v'dor. Nodeh lecha u'tzaper tehilatecha, al hayenu hamsorim ba'adecha. Va'al nishmotenu hapkudot lach, va'al nisecha shebachol yom imanu, va'al nifleotecha v'tovotecha shebachol et erev v'voker v'tzaharayim. Hatov kilu chalu rachamecha v'hamrahem, kilo tamu hasadecha me'olam kavinu lach. Va'al kulam yitbarach v'ramam, shimcha malkenu tamid le'olam va'ed. V'chol hachayim yaducha selah, v'halelo et shimcha be'emet, ha'el yeshuatenu ve'etzratenu selah, baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'ana'el lehodot. We read together in the middle of the page. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai our God, the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles which we experience every day, and for your good deeds, favors in every time of the day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise you, your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your God, your name in goodness, and you're worthy of thanksgiving. Page 140. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing, grace, kindness, and mercy to us and all, your people Israel. Bless us, our Creator, of all us together through the light of your presence. Truly through the light of your presence, Adonai our God, you gave us a Torah of life, the love and kindness, justice and blessing, mercy, life, and peace. May you see fit to bless your people Israel at all times, at every hour, with your peace. Praise are you, Adonai, who blesses your people at Israel with peace.
Shalom, Tova, Uvracha, Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim, v'rachamim, sim shalom, tova uvracha, sim shalom,
pray silently.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, be acceptable to you. Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Adonai, my rock and redeemer.
In our prayer book, we turn now to page 244 as we prepare for the reading of Torah. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kamasecha, malchutcha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'ashalom. There's none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace. It's a pleasure now to invite to the Bima to open the doors of the Holy Ark with us and to assist in undressing the Torah as well, Bruce Stein and Gabriella Bronk. And as they come forward now, we turn to page 248 and we rise. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah.
Torah. Adlul Adonai iti, uneromema shemo yachtav. Lecha Adonai agdula v'agivura v'atiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai hamlacha v'anid na'aseh lechol rosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al gemilut chasadim. Lo yisa goy el goy cherem, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherem, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherem, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherem, lo yilmedu od milchama.
This Shabbat morning, our Torah reading comes from the very first portion of Torah called Breshit in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. It's a privilege to invite to the Torah now Sarah Kaiser as we invite her to recite the blessings over Torah, giving thanks to God for its gifts.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Reshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz haytatahu v'avahu v'choshech al pnei tahom ve'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim v'yomer Elohim yehi or vayehi or vayar Elohim et haor ki tov vayavdel Elohim ben haor uven hachoshech vayikra Elohim laor yom v'choshech kara laila vayi erev vayi voker yom echad.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ta'amod Miriam ha Bat Mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. Ve'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Bye. Vayomer Elohim Yehi Rakia Betoch Hamayim Vihi Mavdil Vein Mayim Lamayim Vayas Elohim Et Harakia Vayavdel Vein Hamayim Asher Mitahat Larakia Uvein Hamayim Asher me'al larakia, vayichen, vayikra Elohi, larakia shamayim, vayi erev, vayi voker, yom sheni, vayomer Elohim, yikavush hamayim, mitahat hashamayim, el makom echad, Yitbitei hayabesha vayichen vayikra Elohim layabesha eretz u'mikvei hamayim kara yamim vayar Elohim ki tov. Baruch et Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Very nice. Well done. Give your parents a big hug. We're going to start there. I'm just going to call the person to say the Aliyah first. Okay? Our Torah reading continues in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 1. It's a privilege to invite to the Torah Brad and Seth Malin to recite the blessings over the Torah as once more we give thanks to God for its gifts.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Ve'ha'adam yadad et Chava ishto, v'tachar v'telet et Cain, v'tomer kaniti ish et Adonai, v'tosef laledet et achiv et Hevel, v'yi Hevel ro'et son be'Cain, haya oved adama, v'yihi miketz v'amim, Vayave Cain mi peri ha'adama min chal Adonai ve'hevel havi gam hu mi b'charot sarno u'mehevel ve'yisha Adonai el hevel ve'el minchato ve'el Cain ve'el minchato lo sha'a Vayicha leCain me'od vayiplu panav. Vayomer Adonai el Cain lama charach lach ve'lama naflu fanecha. Halo im tetiv se'et ve'im tetiv lapetach hatat rovet ve'alecha teshukato ve'atach hartim shalbo.
Baruch atah
Bat Mitzvah.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaMbarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim Ve'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Cain el Hevel Achiv, Vayehi biotam basadeh, Vayakom Cain el Hevel Achiv, Vayahargehu.
Amen. Give the cantor a hug. Beautifully done, Dave. Give your parents a big hug. And to assist in dressing the Torah, please come to the Bima Scott Aaronstein and Wendy Lipsy. Please join me.
Torah this morning comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 1 and 2. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzav adibrahem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Ve'atah ko amar Adonai Baracha Yaakov V'yatercha Israel Atira ki gelticha karati v'shimcha liyata ki ta'avor b'mayim idcha ani uvan harot lo yishtefucha ki telech b'moesh lo ki tikaveh v'lehava lo tivar bach.
Do I take this back? No, just keep it here. We continue with verses 4 and 5. Me'asher yakarta ve'enai nichbadta ve'ani ahavticha ve'etein adam tachtecha ule'umim tahat nafshecha al tira ki itecha ani mimizrach avi zar'echa ma'arav akabtzeka. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik bechol ha'adarot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, she'kol devarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al nevi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, likedusha u'limenucha, lekavod u'letifaret, al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, hamivarchim otach, Yitbarach Shimcha befi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Okay. My Torah portion, Bereshit, speaks about the creation of the universe, including heaven and earth, from chaos, completely unformed, in darkness. On the first day, there was only darkness, and God brought in light. The light was beautiful, and it balanced the darkness. I learned from my portion that no matter how beautiful the event, the contrast makes it much more meaningful. Jewish tradition teaches us that each star was precisely set in place. Therefore, each star is a perfect contrast to the darkness of the night sky, in an equation beyond science or math. Maimonides brought this issue to the forefront in the year 1200 and asked the question, did the universe have a beginning? Will it ever end? To which Maimonides wrote, first the universe consisted of a chaos of elements, but its form was successfully developed by the influence of spheres, and more directly by the action of light and darkness. Eli Wiesel in 2009 said, I know, and I speak from experience, that even in the midst of darkness, it is possible to create light and share warmth with one another, that even at the edge of the abyss, it is possible to dream exalted dreams of compassion, that it is possible to be free and strengthen the ideals of freedom, even within prison walls, that even in exile, friendship becomes an anchor. My grandfather, of blessed memory, taught me to work hard for as long as you can. My Nana, also of blessed memory, taught me how to play chess at the age of 4, and that your strategy, no matter where you are, has to be a step ahead of everyone else. My grandmother has taught me compassion and the importance of taking care of those around you, which leads to my mitzvah project. I made Shabbat boxes for people in the hospital. This project, sponsored by JFS, delivered these boxes anonymously to people in desperate need of a highlight to their Shabbat. On this special day, I'd like to thank God for my friends, as well as my clergy and my community here at Beth Israel, for supporting me and teaching me on my journey to be a Bat Mitzvah. I'd especially like to thank Debbie for keeping her patience while helping me withhold this timeless tradition. I'd like to thank Sunny for teaching me responsibility and craftsmanship. Thank you to Sarah and Pop Pop for being here this weekend to support me in the place of those who I've lost. Thank you to my best friend Shira and her family, who's been by my side for most of my life. Mazel tov to my fellow B'nai Mitzvah this year. We've grown up together. It's amazing that we can share this year together, and we will remember this time for the rest of our lives. Mazel tov to the Malin family celebrating Dana's Bat Mitzvah. I'm honored to be here with Dana and her family today, celebrating a new chapter in our lives. My sister Gabby is my partner in crime. Though it's usually her crime, and I always take the blame. But we are sisters, always have been, and always will be. I know for many of us, it has been a challenging couple of weeks, and I'm so grateful that so many of you could make it here today. It has been a month of darkness and devastation, and in the midst of it, I am becoming a Bat Mitzvah. It is such a blessing to me that I am able to be here today, and I get to go home tonight. I hope that in this sea of darkness, all of us may find a glimmer of light. I know that for my mom, it is a dream that I am up here after all the challenges we have faced. Thank you to everyone who has made this happen and put this together after such a tragedy. And finally, my parents, Dad, we've been so many places together. You have shown me the value in history through our visits to the presidential museums. We've been to about 10 so far, but we still have so many more. Finally, Mom, we have shared so many milestones together. My first words, my first steps, my first day of school, my graduation, middle school, and now this, my Bat Mitzvah. It truly is an honor to be spending today with you, knowing we started this almost a decade ago. This road may be long and bumpy, but you have been there every step of the way. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
This week's Torah portion is from the book of Genesis. My parsha talks about two brothers named Cain and Abel. They were children of Adam and Eve. Both were good kids and loved God. Abel was a shepherd while Cain worked with the soil. One day, they brought both offerings to God. Abel brought lamb from his flock, and Cain brought a harvest. God accepted Abel's offering, but not Cain's. God asked Cain why he is mad. God knows he is mad because Abel's offering was chosen over his. God still tells Cain not to be angry. Cain does turn on Abel and kills his brother. At the same time, the Eternal One asks Cain, why you not do well to lift it? He does this to try to lift up Cain and keep Cain and Abel close as brothers. After Cain has killed Abel, he is asked where Abel is and replies, "Am I my brother's keeper?" God is making a point and hoping Cain will confess. Cain answers this way to show he really had no love for his brothers left. This portion is special to me because it reminds me to treat others well. I took 3 important questions from this story, and they were when God asked Cain, "Why your fallen face? Would you not do well to lift it?" And the most known as to use, "Am I my brother's keeper?" This reminds us just because you didn't get what you wanted, you should still be happy for those who did. I live by this because in volleyball, when we play our friends, I'm happy for them if they win and will lift my fallen face to try harder next time. I also see this in my Bat Mitzvah project, helping families at Heroes for Children battling cancer. We are there to be their keeper, to make sure they do not suffer alone. On this day, I offer a special prayer to God. Thanks to my parents for all you do each day, my family for always being there for me, and my friends for helping me with everything this year and last year. A big thank you to my partner Anna and her family, the clergy, and Miss Dita for getting me to this day. I love you all. Shabbat Shalom.
Dana, stay right here. Anna, will you join us? You can turn and face me. Anna and Dana, it's a beautiful morning that we shared with you, and I will share with everyone here that we started the morning with nerves and fear about entering the bima and leading the service before all of these people, even though they're your family and your friends. But you know, it's that fear and the nervousness that tells us this is a big deal. This is a big day. But because you've prepared, because you're ready, and because you know it's a big day, you achieved everything that you came here to do. I sat in my chair and watched and listened and really appreciated how much each of you brought to the meaning of the service and the beauty that you lent to the reading of the Torah and the lessons too. Anna, you had the privilege of reading from the very beginning, Bereshit bara Elohim, when God began creating. You know, sometimes I'm asked, why didn't God, being God, just, snap those fingers and everything just came to be? How come the unfolding of each day and then Shabbat? Well, some commentators teach us that it takes time. Even human development takes some time until we can get it right. So as you acknowledge your parents and your grandparents and others who have watched you in each milestone, as you said in your speech, it is the unfolding, the development of the person that you are becoming. And what I hear today, and I've come to know from your parents, you're not only smart, you're also a thoughtful and determined young woman. And all of those qualities help you to become somebody who appreciates, as the world is developing around you, your role in it. You mentioned stars. You mentioned Elie Wiesel. And sometimes there is no question, even in a world of God's creation, there is darkness and there is evil. It reminds me of a Danish proverb that says, even a small star shines in the darkness. And you have the opportunity to see in other people, even when they're suffering, there's hope. And even when there's joy, there's gratitude. And you're discovering in your life there is great joy, like today, and you're grateful, and we're grateful to you. But there's darkness too, and certainly Hurricane Harvey and some of the other things that have occurred in your lifetime and in many of ours makes us wonder sometimes. But that's when we have to remember the light and the joy. It will come again. I think, Anna, that you're doing beautifully. You're growing up just as I'm sure your parents wished that you would. They would say to you, keep doing what you're doing, and as the next milestone comes up in your life, you will demonstrate once more that the unfolding of your years is producing somebody and something we can be very proud of. The mitzvah project you speak of really speak volumes of you, Anna. I'm proud of you today, grateful for what you've done here today, and I think now you can breathe more easily and say to yourself, I really did it. Dana, I know that you were very nervous today, but I listened to you read the Hebrew and chant from Torah too, and Dana, apart from the concern between each part that you led, once you took your place at the podium or at the Torah reading table, you did it. It was marvelous. Do you feel better? Yeah, that's what I thought you might say. Well, you read an important part in the Torah too. Am I my brother's keeper? Is a very profound question, and we've asked it in every generation. But what we've come to know about you, Dana, is that while you can't be there for everybody, and you can't take on the responsibility of every person who has to take on the responsibility of himself or herself, you are the kind of person who is good to her friends. You're a wonderful friend to your friends. And when they need you, you're there. And when you need them, they're there. It is part of the social contract that you're beginning to understand and beginning to reflect and demonstrate in beautiful ways. In fact, our community depends on people like you who understand what it means to take care of each other. And maybe you won't go back to the Torah and say, I did it because I read it in Genesis. But if you can do it because it speaks to you, it's the kind of person you are, then your parents and grandparents will always be proud of the person you're going to become. And mitzvah projects are those kinds of things that we give you when you're young to get you into the habit of doing mitzvah. But Dana, we have every hope and promise that you do understand what it means to be there for others. So aside from mitzvah projects, do a mitzvah every day. And then we don't have to ask you, where were you when things needed to be done? And you won't ask, am I my brother's keeper? Dana, we'll ask you, where were you? And you say, I was busy. I was helping other people because they needed me when they were down or when they needed to celebrate too. As a sports person, as somebody who strives hard, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And I'm glad to hear that even when you lose, you can be happy for those who win because they got it that time and they put in the extra effort because your turn is going to come too. I'm really proud of you, and I've had the privilege of knowing your parents and family too, so I know that they shep nachas. They share a lot of joy today to watch you in this place. Girls, I'm glad that you're also friends as Bat Mitzvah partners, so it's a pleasure to share with you now some gifts from the congregation in honor of all that you've done today. Now you can look at the congregation as family and friends. You see, they're less frightening right now than they were a few minutes ago. These are Kiddush cups for you that you can use at home to sanctify the Sabbath and other special days as you raise the cup of wine and recite the blessing and say L'chaim. And these are your certificates of Bat Mitzvah. They say you really did it, girls. You came to the Torah and you read the portion that we all love, Bereshit, and the special unfolding of creation, the special stories of morality and ethics. And these are gift certificates for you from the Reform Jewish movement. They're for $250. You can't spend them on Amazon, but you can use them to help pay your way to Israel when you're in high school or college. You'll take a trip with the Union for Reform Judaism and go back to where it all began, and you'll learn history and politics. There's plenty of politics there in Israel, but also technology, innovation, medical wonders. What a remarkable place, the land of Israel today. And when you come home, we want you to participate again in the life of the synagogue, our Jewish community, and our Jewish world. Not all at once, but as you read in the Torah, increasingly as you continue to grow, and in all the ways when we need your help, Dana, we know we can count on you as well. Mazel tov. And now I'd like to invite Cantor Trumpeter, Rabbi Herman, Rabbi Foster to join us here so we can extend to you the blessing of old, that it may go well with you today and for years to come. And you can leave these things here. Turn and face the Holy Ark so that we can look at you and extend this blessing upon you on your Bat Mitzvah day.
May God bless you and protect you.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you.
May
God grant you all that you wish for yourselves, all that your parents and grandparents, family and friends wish for you too. May it be long life, good health, mitzvah, and the greatest blessing of all, a lifetime of peace.
Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov.
So great. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Now we prepare to return the Torah to the Ark. As we do, it's a privilege to invite the Bima to open the doors of the Holy Ark with us. Riley Evans and Haley Schultz, please come forward. As they do, and as we raise the Torah now, we rise. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai ki nizkav shemo levato. Let us praise the name of the Lord, for God's name alone is exalted.
Eitz chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomecheiha ve'ushar deracheiha darchei noam v'chol netivoteiha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva kadesh ameinu kekedem.
In our prayer books, we turn to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we join in Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'aliotze bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, velo samanu kimishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad.
Please remain standing.
Our thoughts now turn to those who were a part of our own creation stories, who helped us to be who we are today, but are no longer a part of our lives. Today, we lovingly remember Joan Joy Sutton McCarthy, Marie Sutton, John O. Sutton, Leonard Sutton, and Sidney Sutton, Robert F. Bronk, Donna Frey Ehrenstein, Robert Doc Frey, Bibi Frey, Bernice Mimi Ehrenstein, Sam Ehrenstein, Miriam Mallon, Irving Mallon, Blanche Reef, and Jack Reef. We join together now for Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Ta'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say together, amen. You may be seated. While our formal prayers have ended, our blessings continue. We'd like to invite Anna and her parents to come down for them to offer her their words of blessing.
Anna Bear, for nearly 13 years, we have watched you grow into the woman that you are today. You were an extremely curious baby, always had to know everything that was happening. You were talking before you were even a year old, and you haven't stopped since. Your vocabulary grew at a tremendous pace, and when you didn't know the word for something, you simply called it vacial. Without pause or hesitation, you would adamantly tell me that the vacial was lost, or we had arrived at vacial. When you were a young infant, we lived in Mexico, where you and I had our first life or death experience. I can still remember that day vividly. It was an early weekday morning, and in an attempt to find respite in an extremely busy city, you and I went to a nearby park. I laid out your blanket underneath a tree, and we basked in the warmth of the sun. You stuck your fingers in the grass, and I remember noticing the contrast next to your soft baby skin. Moments later, 2 cars pulled up, and I knew there was going to be trouble. I quickly packed up your baby bag, but it was too late. They exited their vehicles and began shooting. I threw my body over yours and simply prayed. The scene lasted only moments, but before one car even drove away, we were finally able to get out and call the authorities. That day changed our lives forever. Our life has always been full of adventure, and now is no different. You have grown up seeing the world differently than most. Your perspective influences the way you understand people. You understand society, and you understand Judaism, and much of it comes out in your art. Beautiful, graphic, and encompassing, your art depicts the way your eyes and mind process your surroundings, your thoughts, and your imagination. You notice the details most people never see, the details that cause others to pause and look again. We are so proud of the woman that you've become. Strong, intelligent, brave, adventurous, witty, and loyal. But more than anything, you are compassionate. You care about the world around you. And when it was time for you to look deeper into your Torah portion, the contrast of light and dark had a very special meaning to you. Look around at all the people who are here today, all your friends, family, teachers, and clergy who are here just for you. And let's not forget those friends who are our chosen family, sitting on the bima and in the audience to celebrate your special day. We love you, Anna Bear.
Anna, you are a blessing to us all. We are immensely proud. I would like to remind you of 3 things that showed me who you are. All parents want our children to be happy. And part of us wants you to surpass us in some wonderful way, to be successful, to have an incredible, exciting life. And in so many ways, you've surpassed me already. Rabbi Lyon said something about determination and your determination, that you will get where you want to go. And when you were 3 and you wanted something very badly, you sat on the kitchen floor and you stared up at me. And this all comes with the caveat that I will not embarrass you. And you looked at me and you said, as the tears flowed, as you wanted that thing, you said, "But Dad, I'm crying." I don't think you got what you wanted that moment, but you've gotten so much. Could I ever believe that my child would say, "Oh, Dad, we're going to go to Los Angeles and I'm going to be on television"? No, I did not believe. I should have. I underestimated. And when you went through that journey, and to have a child who can say, "Los Angeles is all right, but I don't particularly care for the valley," is rather odd. But when we made it through that, and you finished your time there, I will never forget what you told the producers as we left, when they said, "Well, don't let this dampen your career as being a chef." And you looked at them and said, "Career as a chef? Cooking is a hobby. I like to cook. I'm going to be an officer at the CIA, or maybe paint." Okay. And thank you very much for this past summer. The younger ladies in the room who are Anna's friends know how much she enjoys certain programs on television. And I was told a line about a wonderful town in Georgia called Covington, which I'd never heard of, which is 60 miles from anywhere in Georgia. And Anna was so wise. She never had to say, "But Dad, I'm upset. I need to see this." She furnished me wisdom on this wonderful place in Georgia. And only when we got there and she had gotten what she wanted did she say, "Oh, my whole, TV watching life revolves around this place, and we're going to do a tour. Right, Dad?" I want to thank you for so many things. Thank you for the most wonderful summer of my life. Thank you for all you give. And most importantly, thank you for being you.
Now, Dana's parents, it's your turn to come and offer her your words of blessing.
Don't cry. Okay, I'll try not to. Thank you. Yes, it's really fun.
Dana, first, we'd like to tell you that we are so proud of you. You were enthusiastic about choosing the right dress, selecting the decorations for your party, and planning the activities for your friends. But let's just say that preparing your Hebrew for this day has not been your favorite part. So we're very proud that you have accomplished what you have set your mind to. Though it wasn't always easy to get you to study, you were fantastic today. And while we get to have your undivided attention, no Snapchats or texts to read, we get to share with you that you have been a beautiful gift to us, and that you have a special gift that you offer the world. It's no easy feat to be an only child, but you handle it every day. What we truly admire about you is that you live your life out loud and in the present moment. Inside the increasingly sophisticated and grown-up young lady standing before us, in your stylish dress and your high heels, is a kid. You are courageous, adventurous, curious, and boy, do you love your phone. Whether it's volleyball or horseback riding, you do everything to the extreme. When you fight for what you believe in, it's to the very end. When you laugh, even the neighbors can hear. You never apologize for being who you are. Your friends, your true friends, always know they can count on you in the good times and the tough times. You are a true leader. Both friends and teammates look to you. Your cheerfulness is intoxicating, and your countless friends and boyfriends would agree. You are kind and compassionate with a big heart. Though you don't want to show it, you are smart too.
Dana, you sometimes forget to throw out your trash. You sometimes forget to text mom and dad. You sometimes forget your homework at school. But you never forget to be true to who you are. You never forget to love those around you, and you never forget to help a friend in need. During the course of your Bat Mitzvah studies, you learned that this is a time of transition from childhood to adulthood. You studied the importance of being responsible for your actions, for recognizing that as an adult, you have certain obligations to society, to your community, to your family, and to your friends. The challenges you face will sometimes seem impossible, but always remember, you are never alone. Mom, well, Dad and I have no doubt that you will continue making the world a better place in many meaningful ways. You will be dealing with some very adult issues in the years to come, but don't lose your gift of being who you are. And don't be afraid to let others see who you are. Don't ever forget the joys of doing what you love, like spending time with your friends. And one more piece of advice, learn to laugh at yourself. Humor can make the responsibility of being an adult easier to take on. So as you enter your teenage years, every once in a while, send a snap or tweet, Instagram, or just text us all to keep us involved in your life as we love the journey. Most importantly, always remember how much we love you and the beautiful young lady you are already becoming. We love you.
Come and join us here, Dana, Julie, Seth, Hannah, Chris, and Jennifer. Come and join us here. We want to share the blessings on this Sabbath afternoon. Blessings over the wine and challah. And if your sister wants to join us, she should. Very nice. Hannah, come close and stand together. Let's rise so we can share in these blessings together as we invite the girls to sing our blessing over the wine.
It's okay.
We sing, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Have a little sip of wine and hand the cups to your parents. And girls, if you'll hold the challah, and we sing, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. There you are. Have some challah and share it. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. thank you for joining us for this Shabbat service. We're so pleased that we can share the services through live streaming. You are a part of our congregational community. If you have a need to call or write us, we would love to hear you beyond this beautiful service so that we can continue to deepen our relationship and our connection as a caring congregational community. I wish you the very best as the week continues, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Shabbat Shalom.